family for. Start by adding 4 cups of granulated sugar to a pot, then pour in 1.5 cups of water, followed by 2 teaspoons of lemon juice and 1 teaspoon of lemon zest. Turn the heat on high and whisk the mixture until it comes up to a boil. Turn the heat down to medium-high and continue cooking until the temperature reads between 240 and 250 Fahrenheit. Remove from the heat and in a larger pot, add 1 cup of cornstarch, 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar, and 3 cups of water. Turn the heat to high and whisk frequently until the mixture comes to a boil. Then lower the heat to medium-low and continue whisking until it thickens. Now you can start to add the sugar mixture gradually, making sure to whisk in between until all the sugar has been added. The mixture needs to cook on low heat for about 45 minutes, stirring frequently, and you're ready to add your flavoring. We went with vanilla, but rose water or orange are also popular choices. You can also add some red food coloring to get this lovely shade of pink. Pour the mixture into a greased and lined 8-inch baking dish, then chill overnight. The next day, strain powdered sugar and cornstarch through a sieve, then mix and sprinkle a small handful over the set sugar mixture. Remove from the pan, sprinkle the other side, and slice into bite-sized pieces. You're now ready to serve. No family betrayal required. If you're a fan of the Chronicles of Narnia, you might have wondered what Turkish...
A boy compliments a girl. Your teeth are like stars. They're yellow and far from each other. A girl called her father on the phone. Dad, my car tire broke down in the middle of the road. I've been calling my boyfriend.
Wine or beer? The last question will shock you. Tennis or soccer? Win the lottery, but you must like and subscribe or reject the offer. Star Wars or Star Trek? Chocolate or vanilla? Swimming or hiking? Rock or hip hop? Wine or beer?
One of the hardest things to do missing a leg is running. This is a leg that I use every single day for walking, running, or even biking. But I think the stupidest thing with my prosthetic leg is that this prosthetic leg has an app that...
An old lady telephoned St. Joseph's Hospital. She timidly asked, "Is it possible to speak to someone who can tell me how a patient is doing?" The operator said, "I can. What's the name and room number?" The old lady in her weak voice said, "Norma Findley, room 302. The operator replied, "Let me place you on hold while I check with her nurse." After a few minutes, the operator returned to the phone and said, "Oh, I have good news. Her nurse just told me that Norma is doing very well. Her blood pressure is fine. Her blood work just came back as normal, and her physician has scheduled her to be discharged on Tuesday." The old lady said, "Thank you. That's wonderful. I was so worried. God bless you." The operator replied, "You're more than welcome. Is Norma your daughter?" The grandmother said, "No, I'm Norma Findley in 302. No one tells me shit." An old lady telephoned St. Joseph's Hospital. She timidly asked, "Is it possible to speak to someone who can tell me how a patient is doing?" The operator said, "I can. What's the name and room number?" The old lady in her weak voice said, "Norma Findley, room 302. The operator replied, "Let me place you on hold while I check with her nurse." After a few minutes, the operator returned to the phone and said, "Oh, I have good news. Her nurse just told me that Norma is doing very well. Her blood pressure is fine. Her blood work just came back as normal, and her physician has scheduled her to be discharged on Tuesday." The old lady said, "Thank you. That's wonderful. I was so worried. God bless you." The operator replied, "You're more than welcome. Is Norma your daughter?" The grandmother said, "No, I'm Norma Findley in 302. No one tells me shit." An old lady telephoned St.
Nolan from Mr. Beast crew is not who you think he is, so here's 3 craziest things about him you didn't know before. At number 1, Nolan is dating Mr. Beast's real sister, Anna. If you think that Mr. Beast doesn't have a sister, look at one of his old videos.
That's the sister group.
But not only Nolan dates Mr. Beast's sister, according to Mr. Beast Wiki, he met Mr. Beast himself because of Anna. The thing number 2 is that Nolan is the only member of Mr. Beast crew with a girlfriend, because Chandler has a wife and other members don't have partners at the moment. And if you watch till this moment, the thing number 3 will shock you, because look what Nolan said to a real prison guard once.
My last name?
Yes.
Imagine Dragons.
I'm gonna back up.
Imagine dragging these nuts on your face.
I'll be back for you guys.
Nolan from Mr. Beast Crew is not who you think he is, so here's 3 craziest things about him you didn't know before. At number 1, Nolan is dating Mr. Beast's real sister, Anna. If you think that Mr. Beast doesn't have a sister, look at one of his old videos.
That's my sister, Drew.
But not only Nolan dates Mr. Beast's sister, according to Mr. Beast Wiki, he met Mr. Beast himself because of Anna. The thing number 2 is that Nolan is the only member of Mr. Beast Crew with a girlfriend. Because Chandler has a wife and other members don't have partners at the moment. And if you watch till this moment, the thing number 3 will shock you, because look what Nolan said to a real prison guard once.
My last name?
Yes.
Imagine Dragon. I'm gonna back up. Imagine dragging these nuts on your face.
I'll be back to New York.
Nolan from Mr. Beast Crew is not who you think he is, so here's 3 craziest things about him you didn't know.
10 things I bought this year. This is a non-spill cup. It tightens when you twist it to stop water coming out. This is a kitchen soap dispenser. All you have to do is push down and it gives you the perfect amount of soap. This is a self-closing toothpaste cap. When you squeeze it, the knob closes itself. This is a wine pump. It goes in your bottle of wine and makes it easy to pour into a glass or your mouth. This is foaming drain cleaner. All you have to do is press down on the plug and it removes dirt from your drains and makes it smell nice too. This is portable hand soap, which come in these cool strips and they dissolve when you put them in water. These are red light stickers and they cover those annoying lights that keep you up. This is a meat shredder. It's great for pulled chicken or whatever you want to pull. This is a cable manager for slippy cords. Just wrap the magnets around your cord and it sticks to the organizer. This is a remote retriever. Just stick this to your remote, this to your TV, and press it when it's lost. 10 things I've bought this year. This is a
Which bites do you take first out of these foods? If you're not Australian, this is a meat pie. I take my first bite at number 2. I don't know anyone that starts at 3 because that's where all the meat is held. If you bite number 3, it just falls out, doesn't it? It sounds counterintuitive. Gingerbread man. I take my first bite out of the arms and legs because they're cute, and then I finish off with head. Wait. For pizza, I like to start with number 1 first, get the crust out of the way because I hate the crust. I can then enjoy the rest of the pizza. With the taco, I started number 1. I wouldn't start at 2 or 3 because with 2 it will just fall out. 3 is where all the toppings are. If you bite into that, wouldn't the toppings just fall outwards? Corn. I love corn, especially with butter. I normally start at number 1. Yeah. My dad's cooking. Every time I bite it, I'm spitting it out of the bin right away. I'm just like, hey, what the hell? It's the truth. Mum cooks better than you. You should leave the cooking up to her. I work very hard to make you eat right. Which bites do you take first out of these foods?
A couple had been happily married for 65 years, spending a wonderful life together, raising children, building a home, and creating countless cherished memories. But as they aged, the husband began to notice that his wife's hearing wasn't what it used to be. The husband, being a caring and patient man, wanted to address the hearing issue without making his wife feel uncomfortable or embarrassed. So the husband went to his doctor and said, "I don't think my wife's hearing is as good as it used to be. What should I do?" The doctor replied, "Try this test to find out for sure. When your wife is in the kitchen doing dishes, stand 15 feet behind her and ask her a question. If she doesn't respond, keep moving closer, asking the question until she hears you." The man went home and saw his wife preparing dinner. He stood 15 feet behind her and said, "What's for dinner, honey?" No response. He moved to 10 feet behind her and asked again. No response. At 5 feet, there was still no answer. Finally, he stood directly behind her and asked, "Honey, what's for supper?" She replied, "For the 4th time, I said chicken." A couple had been happy.
It doesn't really confuse me.
W moment, H moment, E moment, E moment. And we call it a what? Oh! Dude! That is an auto. Dude! Would you prefer the original or the adult version of these characters?
Are you physical strong?
Welcome to your... Why doesn't...
Amazon Kitchen finds. This appliance makes homemade pasta. All you have to do is add the ingredients, then it mixes them together and pushes out fresh spaghetti. This tray lets you meal prep pancakes. It freezes your batter and toppings into perfect portions, so all you have to do is heat it up. This cube pop attaches to your saucepan and it holds your spoon or releases steam. This is a pickle jar with a built-in strainer, so when you turn it over, you can get a pickle without the juice. This potato smasher has been designed by NASA. It can increase your smashing speed by 62%. This is a bed for your sponge, which is completely pointless, but it looks super cute. This is a roll-up drying rack. It's perfect for sponges, cups, bowls, and fruit. Plus, it's easy to store. This cap lets you store your bottles upside down, which makes it easy to get every last drop. This is a calendar for your cans, which is great for sardines, chickpeas, and baked beans. Amazon Kitchen.
I hate when
Here's what actually happened to iShowSpeed's Japanese girlfriend. Her Instagram is NinoNeckW, and over a month ago, Speed went to Japan and rented a girlfriend, which is a pretty common thing in Japan. You pay girl some money and she can spend the whole day with you, and this is exactly what Speed did. The stream was over 4 hours long, and the ending for the stream was pretty wild.
Mystery now.
After this live stream, nobody saw them together. Speed got back home in America, and she stayed in Japan. But her social media profiles blew up, and not in a good way. Her Instagram is full of Speed's fans' comments, and some of them are absolutely crazy. The good part is she's actually a professional actor, so since her Instagram blew up, she's going to get more business inquiries. Here's what actually happened.
At school, little Johnny was told by a classmate that most adults are hiding at least one dark secret, and that this makes it very easy to blackmail them by saying, "I know the whole truth." Little Johnny decides to go home and try it out. He goes home, and as he...
Fried rice? You wash the rice first. No vegetable. Yeah, Nephew Albert. Vegetables taste like sad. Try for what? I'm going to teach you. I got all rice for you. You know oil good? Garlic good. Which with chopstick nice. They all rice go in. Spring onion, chili, soy sauce, sesame oil. Once again. Uncle Roger's so proud of us. Good teamwork. Now you know how to make fried rice. What? No. Mayonnaise and pork. You will never be uncle. Fried rice.
Third grade teacher asked her students to use the word fascinate in a sentence. Molly said, "My family went to the New York City Zoo and we saw all the animals. It was fascinating." The teacher said, "That was good, but I wanted you to use the word fascinate." Sally raised her hand. She said, "My family went to the Statue of Liberty and I was fascinated." The teacher said, "Well, that was good, Sally, but I want the word fascinate." Johnny raised his hand. The teacher hesitated because Johnny was noted for his bad language. She finally decided there was no way he could damage the word fascinate. So she called on him. Johnny said, "My sister has a sweater with 10 buttons, but her tits are so big she can only fasten 8. Third grade teacher asked her students to use the word fascinate.
When she saw a crow placing a walnut,
Did you know you can phase?
Tom constantly boasted,
Almost every hand you've ever shaken has had a PP in it. Shower thoughts that will make you laugh or melt your brain.
Tell Mr. Beast
An older man walked into a jewelry store with a young woman. He told the jeweler he was looking for a special ring for his girlfriend. The jeweler looked through his stock and brought out a $5,000 ring. The man said, "No, I'd like to see something more special." The jeweler went to his special stock and brought another ring over. "Here's a stunning ring at only $40,000, the jeweler said. The lady's eyes sparkled and her whole body trembled with excitement. Seeing this, the old man said, "We will take it." The jeweler asked how payment would be made, and the man stated, "By check. I know you need to make sure my check is good, so I will write it now, and you can take it to the bank Monday to verify the funds. I will pick the ring up Monday afternoon." On Monday morning, the jeweler angrily phoned the old man and said, "Sir, there's no money in that account." The old man said, "I know, but let me tell you what a weekend I had." An older man walked.
Amazon Kitchen Find. These are farfalloni-shaped pot.
Tobacco companies kill their best customers and condom companies kill their future customers. Shower thoughts that will blow your mind. The last one is shocking. Why do we say, "I slept like a baby" when babies wake up every 2 hours? A successful marriage ends with watching the other person die. Why do we say heads up? There was this guy at a bar, just looking at his drink. He stays like that for half an hour. Then, this big troublemaking truck driver steps next to him, takes the drink from the guy, and drinks it all down. The poor man starts crying. The truck driver says, was just joking. Here, I'll buy you another drink. I can't stand to see a man cry. No, it's not that. This day is the worst day of my life. First, I fall asleep and I go late to my office. My boss, outrageous, fires me. When I leave the building, I found out that my car had been stolen. The police said they can't do anything. I get a cab to return home, and when I get out the cab, I remember I left my wallet and credit cards there. I go home and find my wife in bed with the gardener. I leave home and come to this bar. And just when I was thinking about putting an end to my life, you show up and drink my poison. There was this guy at a bar. If your PowerPoint is boring.
I will give each of you boys $1 million, and all you have to do is choose between these two pills.
What do the pills do?
If you take the red pill, you will become extremely attractive.
How attractive?
So attractive that you will immediately look like a model, and you will never have to try and maintain your looks. So you will forever look amazing.
Damn, I need that pill.
What about the blue?
If you take the blue pill, you will become extremely athletic. You will be so fit and amazing at sports that you could become a professional athlete with ease.
Both of the pills sound really cool, but I want to be fit again.
Yes, Sleepy Joe do be slowing down in the fitness department.
There are side effects that come with both pills.
Damn it.
If you take the red pill, you will become insanely attractive, but this also means you will never age and your face will never change, meaning you will stay the same for your entire life.
Sounds like a frickin' win to me.
If you take the blue pill, you will become super athletic, but you will be average looking for the rest of your life, no matter how fit you become.
Damn, this is a good pill episode. I can't decide.
I'm taking the red pill so I can become a supermodel and make millions while traveling the world with baddies.
Good idea, but man, I'm taking the blue pill so that way I can become the best athlete in the world and make billions.
Yeah, give me the red pill, Mr. Beast. I want to be frickin' jacked.
I will give each of you boys
Halloween candies here.
A man reads a newspaper about a levitating monk. He decided that he will levitate no matter what it takes. He flies all the way to Thailand to meet the...
This demon of a YouTuber just did one of the dirtiest things any public figure can do. Her name is SS Sniper Wolf, and she's one of the biggest YouTubers in the world. She had been beefing with another YouTuber named Jack, to the point where she went to his house and took a photo of it for her 5.6 million Instagram followers to see, and then later deleted it. Now, some of you might think, whatever, it's just a photo of a guy's house. By posting where he lives, Jack's one safe space sanctimony becomes public knowledge, endangering him and his wife. This is actually illegal in the state of California where this is taking place and qualifies as doxing. Jack called out Sniper Wolf, and I was thinking maybe she'll respond with an apology because she committed a crime on camera. But she responded by saying she doesn't even know anything about doxing, which is not a good defense in a court of law. Jack is not gonna lose this case when he sues her. This is a grenade. YouTube might also now terminate her channel because YouTube really doesn't take very kindly to their creators committing crimes on camera. This demon.
One winter morning during breakfast, a husband and wife in Washington were listening to the radio. They heard the announcer say, "We are going to have 8 to 10 inches of snow today. You must park your car on the odd-numbered side of the street." So the
YouTube is unfair.
This gadget is supposed to need. The first time I ever got less than an 8.
Cooking with Legos. How do you cook with Legos?
Good. You do the freaking good. What the heck? I can't.
This right here is military gum, a special gum created by the military to help troops feel more energized during battle. But how is that even possible? It's just a piece of gum. You see, this is not any regular gum, as in each piece there is over 100 milligrams of caffeine, which is equivalent to 3 Coca-Cola cans or 1.5 Red Bulls, and online has been described as dangerous for civilian use, and if consumed improperly, may cause heart attacks or even death.
It does not taste very good. It kind of tastes like a Red Bull and a piece of gum, kind of baby, but let's see what happens.
And after 30 minutes of chewing and waiting for the caffeine to kick in,
it tasted awful, and I just have a raging headache, and I accidentally swallowed. I wonder how long that's going to be in the stomach.
This right here is
One night, a man and his wife are disturbed by a loud pounding on the door. The man gets up and finds a stranger standing in the pouring rain. "Can you help, mate? I need a push," asked the stranger. "Not a chance."
It's time I address the Camman18 comment section. But first you have to understand that this channel, I upload a...
Sticking out your gap where there is love. You're so skinny.
I got an unbelievable tattoo from my YouTube subscriber. You see, a little over a year ago, I told you guys that if we reached 1 million subscribers by my birthday, I would get the top comment tattooed on my body. Except this tattoo is a QR code, meaning that I actually have to scan it to see what it is. Yeah, probably my dumbest idea yet, but the thing is, I'm a man of my word. What you guys don't know is that there's actually a special surprise for this tattoo that requires a bit of help. So I went all around town trying to find one of you guys to scan. Let's just say there weren't too many many people around until finally this happened.
Excuse me, do you have Spotify on your phone? Yeah. Can you open it? Could you scan this for me? Scan it? Yes, scan it. So what does it say? Oh, you just got rickrolled!
Too easy! I have lost
When someone says blessed your heart,
Look at the black heart for 20 seconds, then look at your wall. Look at the black heart for 20 seconds.
Oh, dude, look how hot this girl is.
Welcome back to Raw or Not. Today we have a beautiful tomahawk. It's a nice cut of meat. First we'll season generously with salt, making sure to hit all sides. Next we'll sear off the fat cap, and once golden brown, it's time to sear. Now in with some butter, herbs, and garlic, and into the oven we go. We'll make our first slice here, and I want you to judge right away. Is it raw or not? You get to decide. Comment your vote below.
An old woman spent $10,000 on a special face massage to look young. On her way home, she stopped a random guy and asked, "Pardon me, but how old do you think I am?" The guy replied, "About 35. The woman felt really good and said, "I'm actually 47. After that, she went into McDonald's for lunch and asked the cashier the same question. The cashier replied, "Oh, you look about 28. The woman felt even better and said, "I am actually 47. She then went to a park and saw an old man sitting alone. Curious, she asked him the same question. The old man replied, "I am 85 years old, and my eyesight isn't good. But when I was young, there was a sure way of telling a woman's age. If I put my hand up your skirt, I will be able to tell your exact age." There was no one around, so the woman said, "What the hell?" and let him slip his hand up her skirt. After feeling around for a while, the old man said, "Well, you are 47. The woman was stunned and said, "That was brilliant. How did you do that?" The old man replied, "I was behind you in line at McDonald's." An old woman spent
Mr. Beast asked his subscribers
how to make the best air.
Today we're making some Cheeto chips, and it's so easy to make. It only takes 4 ingredients.
Weird things I found on Amazon. This is a Trump fortune teller ball that lights up and gives you advice when you shake it.
My name's Dylan, and I'm colorblind. I can't see red or green. Surprisingly, that's the most common.
There's a guy who only eats fruits: bananas, mangoes, peaches, watermelon.
interesting facts that you need to listen to or I'll hack your phone. During the first 2 years of a baby's life, parents will miss 6 months of sleep. On April Fool's Day of 2000,
there's a guy who only...
Interesting fact.
The older I get, the harder it is for me to keep Pixel Plug off.
You guys have the puppy?
A lady approaches a priest and shyly tells him, "Father, I have a problem. I have these 2 talking female parrots, but they only keep saying, 'Hi, we're hot. Do you want to bleep us?'" "That's terrible," says the priest. "But I have a solution to your problem. Bring your parrots over to my house tomorrow. I will put them with my 2 male talking parrots that I've taught to pray and read the Bible. My parrots will teach your parrots to behave and even pray." So the next day, the lady brings her 2 female parrots to the priest's house. The priest's 2 male parrots are holding rosary beads and praying in their cage. The lady puts her female parrots in with the male parrots, and the female parrots say, "Hi, we're hot. Do you want to bleep us?" One male parrot looks over at the other male parrot and screams, "Put the Bible away, you idiot. Our prayers have been answered." A lady approaches.
This girl's Uber driver.
A guy meets with an accident and goes to hell, where Satan greets him and says, "Nowadays, people entering hell can choose where they want to stay. I will show you 3 rooms, and you will tell me where you would like to spend eternity." The man agrees, and Satan shows the first room. The man looks inside and sees thousands of people standing on their heads on a concrete floor. The man says, "This looks too uncomfortable. Show me the next room, please." Satan then shows him the second room. The man looks inside and sees thousands of people standing on their...
Which cube is harder to solve? If you said they are the same, you'll be correct. Even with the same shape and colors, turning is even more confusing because it looks like a 3x3, but it's not. It's a 2x2 modification. Some of the cuts on the cube are...
Never eat kiwi again. Or never eat mango again.
Gorillas can lift 1,800 pounds or around 800 kilograms. Random facts. The last fact is really surprising. Avocados are not vegetables. Wearing headphones for just an hour could increase the bacteria in your ears by 700 times. Stephen Hawking was rumored to run over the toes of people he didn't like. Starting school at 10 a.m. is better for your health, which I fully agree with. One habit of intelligent people is being easily annoyed by people around them, but saying nothing in order to avoid a meaningless argument. As dogs were domesticated, their eyes evolved to look cuter. 9 out of 10 people experience phantom phone vibrations, which are basically non-existent phone vibrations. 70% of teenagers would fail to qualify for military service. People who swear often tend to be more honest. Antarctica isn't owned by any single nation yet. Zebras are actually black with white stripes. Happier individuals should like and subscribe. Gorillas can lift 1,008.
Languages are so complicated. Long words, silent letters, and grammar. In some countries, like Papua New Guinea, there are more than 800 languages. That's why they made a simpler language called Pidgin. It's a whole new language based on English, but much simpler. There is no I am, you are, she is, he is. There is only me, you, all. Instead of 26 English letters, there is only 22. And complicated sentences are gone. Instead of saying library, just say book house. University, big school. Please do not disturb in English. You know can come inside in Pidgin. And now, because of Pidgin, everybody understands each other. This is...
A man is driving until he sees a sign in front of an old broken down house that says talking dog for sale. The man enters the house and sees the owner with a large, scary looking Doberman sitting beside him. You can talk, the man asks the dog. Sure can, the lab replies. After the man recovers from the shock of hearing a dog speak, he says, so what's your story? How can you talk? The lab looks around and says, well, I discovered that I could talk when I was pretty young. I wanted to help the government, so I told the CIA. They had me going from country to country, sitting in rooms with spies and world leaders, because no one figured a dog would be eavesdropping on them. I was one of their most valuable spies. After that, I signed up for a job at the airport to do some undercover security, wandering near suspicious characters. While there, I uncovered some incredible dealings and was eventually awarded multiple medals. I got married, had a bunch of puppies, and now I'm just retired. The man is amazed, and he asks the owner, so how much do you want for the dog? $10, the owner says. This dog is amazing. Why on earth are you selling him so cheap? The owner replies, because the dog's a complete liar. He never did any of that stuff. A man is driving until he sees a sign in front of an old broken down house.
Did you know that SpongeBob has actually shown us the secret ingredient to the Krabby Patty? In fact, there was an entire episode dedicated to showing us. At one time, they've even directly said the formula. In the season 10 episode SpongeBob's Place, Krabs sends SpongeBob home so he can make Krabby Patties himself, because he's insecure, I guess. But he discovers that even with the same ingredients, his burger tastes bad to customers. And we already know everything on the Krabby Patty from the episode Pickles. Krabs can use the same ingredients, but only by SpongeBob making this burger does it get the secret ingredients. In the third movie, they directly say the secret formula is SpongeBob, and they show us his picture as what's in the secret formula bottle. There's even earlier examples in season 7. When Pearl was hungry and couldn't be filled, it turned out the only thing that could fill Pearl was a Krabby Patty from SpongeBob. He even directly states at the end that his secret ingredient was love. It's corny, but hey, that...
Hi, Max.
Do you prefer these original
types of kids in high school tier list?
Can teachers stop you from going?
This is why it is
Did you know SpongeBob is the owner of the Krusty Krab? Mr. Krabs is just working for him. How? Well, Krabs actually sold the Krusty Krab to SpongeBob. The Krusty Krab was in deep trouble. Apparently, customers didn't want Krabby Patties anymore because the restaurant lacked pizzazz. Krabs was stuck for an idea, but SpongeBob came up with the fabled Pretty Patty. SpongeBob and Patrick soon opened the Pretty Patties Den, and it was a massive success. When Mr. Krabs found out about the Pretty Patty success, he gave SpongeBob the entire Krusty Krab, all in exchange just for SpongeBob's Pretty Patty stand. SpongeBob was delighted. He was able to run amok in the restaurant he loved and now owned outright. Unfortunately, the Pretty Patty turned everyone's faces and tongues different colors. us. But that was Krabs' problem now, and this whole ownership deal was never corrected back. So technically, ever since season 2, Krabs has worked for SpongeBob. Did you know SpongeBob is the owner of the Krusty Krab?
In my hands is one of the most destructive artifacts from human history that school probably didn't teach you about. Yep, it's called Malleus Maleficarum, or the Hammer of Witchcraft. And it's the real guide that put thousands of women to death during the witch hunts from 14 to 1700. Here are the 3 most chilling facts I learned about this, including the total death toll. The book